Hey there, Zack Henderson here, and in today's video, we're taking a look at one of my all-time favorite leg exercises, the Bulgarian Split Squat. Also known as the rear foot elevated split squat, this lift is basically a squat performed on one leg, while the other leg provides a light kickstand balance. This setup allows you to drive more focus, intensity, and engagement through the front side quads and glutes, making the split squat a top choice exercise for both size and strength in the legs while promoting hip and core stability as well. Plus, you won't need to use anywhere close to the same amount of weight you would for a traditional bilateral squat in order to get a good training stimulus. This ultimately means that we can push the legs hard without risking the low back fatigue that oftentimes can come with heavy squats or deadlifts. Single leg work offers key benefits for every kind of lifter. Whether you need more size, strength, endurance, or stability in the lower body, the Bulgarian Split Squat really delivers. So, we're going to break down the technique into its three main components, which would be the position of the back leg, the position of the front leg, and the position of the weight you'll be lifting. First up, you'll want to choose a comfortable surface to post your rear foot on, ideally something around knee height or slightly lower. If it's much higher, you risk overstretching the quad and hip flexors. You can get away with a lower elevation, just be sure to keep about 90% of your weight on the front foot. I suggest resting on the top of the foot, or ideally the crease of the ankle if you're able to set up on a cylindrical surface like a bar or leg extension machine. Next, we'll set up the position of the front foot. In general, you'll want to find a position that allows for your deepest comfortable range of motion. Set up with the feet approximately hips width or a bit wider. We're not tightrope walking here. You should be able to remain rooted and balanced at the bottom. Like the traditional bilateral squat, some amount of forward knee travel is totally fine. Stepping too far out will pull on the back hip, shorten your depth, and could lead to low back hyperextension. Setting up too close will drive the knee too far forward to where the heel comes up off the ground. You're looking for a sweet spot that allows the rear knee to easily fold down and back and the front foot to stay planted while you achieve a deep, full range of motion. I'm totally fine with you using any sort of assistance for balance. Yes, we do want to work on stability and balance, but for this exercise, not at the expense of intensity and progressive overload. Final step is choosing how to load your Bulgarian split squat, and this is where we have a bunch of options to match your goals and skill level. Before adding weight, be sure you're able to perform 15 reps on each side with just your body weight. This will ensure you're working from a good base of strength and endurance. Let's take a look at our weight options from the bottom up. First, we have the contralateral suitcase position. This is where we hold a weight on the opposite side from the working leg. This option is great for hip and core stability by way of the anti-rotation effect, and obviously affords you the ability to hold on to something for balance. Next is the ipsilateral suitcase hold, where the weight is held on the same side as the working leg. This variation might hit more of the glute medius and is a more stable position for some lifters. Of course, we can double the load and reduce the stability demands by holding onto a weight in each hand. Moving up, we have the Goblet position split squat, which requires a strong abdominal brace and obviously works the arms and shoulders. Like our suitcase options, we can load the front rack position on either or both sides. This version really challenges your core and hip stability. Finally, we can load the split squat in the same ways we would in a back squat. The often demonized Smith machine can actually be our best bet here thanks to the stability it provides. Using a safety bar is another great option for the unique way it loads the body and frees up your hands for balance. And if you're using a traditional barbell, just be sure to take your time getting used to the weight distribution and always be ready to quickly and safely rack your bar. 2 quick bonus tips. If you're plenty flexible and could use some more range of motion, try elevating your front foot. A few inches should be plenty. Second, if you tend to have stiff ankles or want a greater emphasis on the quads, try elevating your front heel on a wedge or small plate. We have plenty of options for programming the Bulgarian split squat depending on your goals. First, you could employ the split squat as a hip stability corrective and include it in your warm-ups. When this is the case, be sure to stick to slow tempos and lighter asymmetrical loads. Now, you'll most often see this lift programmed as an accessory exercise to be performed after your heavy squat work. But if you're working with limited equipment, the Bulgarian split squat itself makes for a great primary lift as well. In fact, after I broke my leg last year, split squats became my main lower body lift. And once I got back to full weight bearing, my quads and glutes were as strong as ever. Finally, Bulgarian split squats lend themselves well to lower body finishers. So classic bodybuilding techniques like pauses, 1.5 reps, or drop sets can be used at the end of a leg workout to absolutely destroy your quads and glutes. So that does it for the Bulgarian split squat, the leg exercise that everybody loves to hate. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check the description for links to my training programs and coaching options. Of course, wishing you all the best in your training, and we'll see you in the next video.